What's going on YouTube? That's Kyle here, and I hope you guys had a safe and relaxing holiday weekend. So this week, I want to revisit my PC purchase that I made. I just want to give you guys an update on how everything's going and how the PC has been treating me lately. Back in March, I had made the switch from console gaming to PC gaming, and I had made 2 videos about unboxing and doing an initial review of this PC. I'll leave those videos down in the description below. But like I said, this week I just want to go back over and I just wanted to give you guys an updated review on this gaming PC. So before I share with you guys my final thoughts on whether or not this PC is worth the money or not, I want to show you guys some gameplay displaying my FPS values. I do want to comment, however, that the video output here does not fully reflect my actual in-game graphics because I am losing some resolution through the recording process. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. Also, I solely play Call of Duty Warzone right now, so if you're interested in what graphic settings I'm running or any other in-game settings, check out this video right here. And it'll also kind of give you an idea of kind of like a benchmark of where my graphic settings are and why my FPS values are where they're at. So the first gameplay I want to show you guys is Black Ops Cold War multiplayer. Right now, I forgot to mention that in Cold War, I actually have the game settings on Ultra.
Who wants to die first?
So that's why when you guys see the FPS values, they're going to be kind of low, around the 60s and 70s, but it never drops below 60, like mid 60s.
Enemy spy plane inbound. Hardcore domination. Taking Charlie. Take the objectives. Charlie locked down. We've pulled ahead. Enemy has Alpha.
Spy plane available for tasking. Spy plane perimeter established.
Taking Bravo. Losing Charlie. B locked down.
Spy plane mission timeline.
Losing Bravo.
Okay, now I started up a game of Plunder, and as you can see, the FPS values are much higher. These are actually I have my video settings set at medium. Like I said, I'll leave the link to this video down in the description below. It will show what my in-game graphic settings are, my NVIDIA filter settings, and my other keybind settings. That's why the FPS values here in the Plunder match They're floating around the 120 mark. That's where they typically float around after Season 3. For some reason, the graphics and all the FPS values definitely dropped, because before Season 3, I was floating around 150 FPS. For some reason, with the new update, the FPS values have dropped about 30 frames.
Alright, soldier, mark a drop point for your team. Helicopter here! Does anyone need this? Enemy soldier incoming! Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Standing by. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV overhead.
So, as you guys saw, the FPS values of the game while I'm streaming are pretty high, considering the Cold War FPS values where they're floating around 60 or 70. That's at ultra graphics settings. So I don't think that's too bad. That's with streaming on top of that. Additionally, the FPS values for while I was playing Plunder, they're basically the same FPS values when I'm either playing Plunder or the Battle Royale. Just that Plunder is a little bit easier to make a recording on. However, like I said, for the mid-range graphic settings, floating around 120 FPS, and while streaming at the same time, that's for this machine to be able to handle that with ease. That's fantastic. Now the big questions are, was this PC worth the money? Is this still the best pre-built gaming PC on the market right now? And is there anything that I don't like about this PC? I'll get to what I don't like about this PC in a moment. However, first, in terms of value, I would say most definitely yes. Let's take a look at 5 other comparable PCs and compare price to hardware. But first, let's recap on what my PC comes with. My PC is an ABS Gladiator Gaming PC from Newegg.com. It features a water-cooled Intel Core i7-10700KF, 3.8 GHz. When you overclock it, it goes up to 5.10 GHz, 8 cores, 16 threads. It features an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070, and it has an Asus Prime Z490 motherboard, and it has G-Skills Trident RGB 16GB DDR4 RAM at 3200 MHz. It has 1TB of SSD, and it comes with a 750 watt power supply. And it also comes with Windows 10 Home Edition. Now let's take a look at 5 PCs that I looked up, trying to compare prices to hardware. The first one up, number 5, is the HP Omen 30L. This comes with a 3090 instead of the 3070, and it also comes with half the storage. It comes with 512 gigabytes of SSD compared to the 1 terabyte. And this one comes in at $3,179.99. Ouch! Compared to the $1,899 that I paid for the ABS Gladiator, this is way overpriced. Number 4 is the Alienware Aurora R12. Again, this one is also a very similar build. However, this one comes with 512 gigabytes of storage versus the 1 terabyte with the ABS Gladiator. And this still is more expensive. This comes in at $2,409.99. Again, this is about $410 more than what you would pay for the ABS Gladiator. But in terms, if you look at it in the fact that this is an Alienware, it's not too bad. Number 3 on the list is the Lenovo Legion 7i. This one comes in at $2,399.99. However, take a look at this. This only comes with a 20 series graphics card, and it's still $400 more expensive than what you would get for the ABS Gladiator. The second one on the list is the NZXT H510. This was a very equivalent build to the ABS Gladiator, but this still comes in around $350 more expensive. It comes in at $2,348.90. Now, the last PC that I found, this was the closest in terms of price and closest in terms of hardware. This one was from Amazon.com. This one has, instead of the 3070, this has a 3060. But this one only comes in at $2,019.99. This was the closest I found in terms of price and comparable hardware. Now, if this doesn't reinforce the fact that Newegg.com is on fire right now, offering these pre-built gaming PCs by ABS, then I don't know what to tell you. I seriously think that right now, with the COVID pandemic affecting the availability of electronics, and more particularly GPUs, the pre-built option is the most cost-effective. And from what I found, the ABS Gladiator from Newegg.com is the way to go. As I said before, I am not affiliated with Newegg.com. I'm not affiliated with ABS. I'm just trying to help you guys get the best bang for the buck and join in on the fun with PC gaming. I mean, it is so much better than console gaming. I wish I would have done this so much sooner, but you know, it's never too late to join in the fun. And right now with the, like I said, right now with the COVID pandemic, building your own PC is just way too expensive right now, and going pre-built is definitely the route to go. Now, finally, the two things that I would say that I don't like about this PC, and I wouldn't even really consider them problems. The first one is I had to go into the BIOS to overclock the RAM so that it is running at the advertised 3200 megahertz. But you know, big deal. And the last thing is on the PC, the unseen wires behind some of the casing and stuff like that. You know, the routing is pretty poor. It's kind of just shoved in there. However, like I said, big deal. It's not really affecting anything. It's more about aesthetics. On a macro level, these two issues are minuscule. I mean, for the value that you get for this PC, it's nothing. So overall, I still stand behind my statement that the ABS Gladiator is the best pre-built gaming PC on the market right now, and I highly recommend getting one of their products. It is the best bang for the buck. And if you guys have one of these PCs, leave me a comment. Let me know what your guys' experience is with it, how you guys feel about ABS Gladiator, or if you guys have a different pre-built gaming PC, leave me a comment. Let me know what it is so I can check it out. I'd like to hear the different kinds, what kind of deals you guys may have found, but definitely leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you're interested in the other videos that I mentioned about unboxing and doing my initial review, you know, I want to leave those. You can check those out, you know, right here, right here. You can check those out right here. Yeah. Until next time, YouTube, I'm Not So Kyle. Thanks for watching.